inshallah, we will be starting the event in 2 minutes. We're just going to allow for 2 minutes, inshallah, for everyone to join.
السلام عليكم. السلام عليكم.
وعليكم السلام أستاذ عمر.
كيف حالك؟ إيمان؟ الله
طيب.
يعطيك العافية.
إن شاء الله. 702. You can feel free to and then I'll reintroduce
الحمد لله.
again.
محمد فتيح معك، شو اخبارك؟
الو محمد تتكلم؟ اهلين، شو اخبارك محمد؟
الحمد لله تمام. قلت تسير
زمان عليك. الحمد لله الحمد لله. اي والله مشتاقين لكم والله.
نعم بأهل الشرقية كلهم.
Ustaz Ahmad, you can feel free to close the camera for now, and I'll reintroduce you in 5 minutes, and you can put it back on. Perfect. So we're going to start in just a few more seconds.
عمر مش مبروك على ما شاء الله الإنجازات يعني اللي نفخر بها جميعا. برافو.
الله يبارك فيك. اي واحده فيهم، احنا نفخر باشياء كثيره صراحه الحمد لله. يبدو اخر واحده اي واحده تتكلم عن تابي.
I thought calm man. ما شاء الله تبارك الله. يعني كل شويه الاستثمارات حقتكم ما شاء الله يعني برافو الله يوفقكم ان شاء الله.
الحمد لله توفيق من الله والله الحمد لله رب العالمين. شكرا والله يا اخوي محمد الله يعطيك العافيه.
Okay, we'll go ahead and get started. Everyone can mute until I introduce everyone. So, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hello everyone, good evening and welcome. Welcome to Blossom Accelerator's 4th Startup Demo Day, where 5 of our early stage women-led tech companies will be pitching for investment. These startups were all part of our pre-accelerator program, where the focus of the program is really to help early stage women-led tech companies to start and scale. My name is Iman Abdushakur, and I'm the founder and CEO of Blossom Accelerator, Saudi Arabia's first female-focused and inclusivity accelerator. The focus of our accelerator and of this event this evening is to continue to inspire and enable current and aspiring female founders so we can create a world where there are more women-led tech companies and more female CEOs, inshallah, for Saudiya. And of course, this accelerator and event could not be possible without the spectacular support of our sponsors and partners, to our strategic partner, Munsha'at, to our official sponsor, Noor Nof, to our community partner, Aqal Angel Investment Network, our content and curriculum partners, Female Founders School in San Francisco, and of course, to the amazing 30+ mentors that held the hands of our startups all throughout the last 5 weeks, one-to-one. On behalf of myself, the entire team at Blossom, we extend our deepest gratitude, and Hagigi, truly, this accelerator and this event could not be possible without your support. I started Blossom Accelerator 3 years ago because I believe in the exponential power of exceptional female talent. And I often see a gap worldwide when it comes to the VC and investment realm when it comes to female founders. Continuously underserved, but ironically an outperforming market. In fact, according to Forbes magazine, companies that have at least one female co-founder on the team outperform companies with an all-male team by 63%, showing that female focus alone isn't important, but that gender diversity is, and that gender diverse teams with women are vital to startup success and economic growth. And studies by Boston Consulting Group also show that a company that has at least one woman on the team not only increases the overall likelihood of that company to succeed, but also increases profit margins. And over the last 3 years, we've been humbled and have had the greatest privilege and pleasure to mentor over 300 women-led companies across 38 cities and 5 countries. But perhaps what has been the most fascinating is that regardless of country, geography, or location, whether the female founder is based in Silicon Valley or San Francisco or here in Saudi Arabia, we found that what female founders often lack access to are similar things: access to funding, access to vital networks, and a greater morale to start tech companies. Because although more Saudi women are graduating in IT, tech, and STEM, they're going on to start traditional businesses rather than tech startups. And that's exactly where Blossom comes into place, to close that gap and to create a more inclusive startup ecosystem. Whether it's been through our past programs and events or our upcoming ones that we're spearheading into 2021. Because Saudi women, especially for those joining from other countries, Saudi women don't just drive cars. We drive innovation and economic growth. With that being said, I'd like to extend my deepest gratitude to everyone who's supported us in the last 3 years and to everyone who's part of the virtual webinar this evening. Just as a quick reminder to everyone, if you haven't received the investor booklet already with details about all the startups pitching this evening, please feel free to email us directly at info@blossom.sa. Should you need any additional information, the team will be happy to send you. And with this being said, it's time to kick off the event. I'm going to introduce our spectacular judges that are vital to Saudi startup ecosystem. Thank you all so much for joining us. And I'll go ahead and introduce you. And if you don't have your camera on already, feel free to turn it on. Welcome, Dr. Mohammed Fatahi, the founding partner of luxury good trading company, Baby Fatahi and Mamlouki. Welcome to Princess Sama bin Faisal Al Saud, the executive partner at Noor Nof, board member of the World Scout Foundation and head of the Girl Scout Committee in Saudi Arabia. Welcome to Ustaz Umar Al-Majdouri, the founding partner at Ra'id Ventures. And of course, last but certainly not least, to Latifa Banasr, who's the CEO of Uqal Angel Investment Network. Welcome everyone. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Iman.
So just to give everyone an idea, everyone who's part of the virtual event and to all of you, I'm going to one by one be introducing our startups. And how this is going to work is that each startup will have 3 minutes to pitch with their presentation. All our companies this evening are very early stage, pre-seed and seed stage companies. And after they pitch, you will all have the opportunity to ask them questions and follow up, challenge them, and there will be a discussion that takes place that's anywhere between 7 and 10 minutes between our panel of judges and each startup. So if that sounds good to everyone, we'll go ahead and start. I give a few facts about each startup or the founder who's going to be presenting before we introduce. So for our first startup, a fun fact about her, well, she really is a multi-potentialite, mashallah alayha adidat al-mawahib, but something about her that has nothing to do with her business is that she's also a certified yoga instructor. So without any further ado, I would love to introduce Nasij Market to our virtual stage. Whenever you're ready.
Hi, everyone. Shall I start?
Go ahead.
All right. Sorry. All right. Hi, everyone. I'm Yara Ghoth, founder of Nasij Market, your local marketplace. The idea of Nasij came to life after noticing a huge gap in the creative and handmade field in Saudi Arabia, which included designers, artists, and small business owners that face many issues, such as difficulty in getting and retaining customers that are interested in their product. They lack the proper marketing and business management to really establish and grow their business, and they have difficulty with all the different payment and shipping methods. And not only that, buyers are facing a problem too, because there's no one-stop shop for locally made products from a trusted and credible website. And this is where we come in. So Nasij Market is an online marketplace that connects local artists, designers, and small businesses selling their handmade, unique product to buyers all around the kingdom through one platform. At Nasij, we empower and enable our local businesses to make a living doing what they love. We are redefining how we shop by shifting from giant corporations to small local businesses that are at the heart of our local economy and community. Moving from mass-produced products to ethically handmade, authentic crafts. What you will find on Nasij isn't just products. It's craftsmanship, talent, stories, experiences, and connection. We launched 2 months ago and attracted over 50 sellers and have over 50 products live on the website. We have 7,000 page views and a total reach of 70,000 users. And we even started generating sales. We sold over 100 products in under 60 days. The market size for the e-commerce industry is huge. COVID-19 even caused a massive spike. And in Saudi Arabia, the size of the market is 30 billion riyals. And looking at the handcraft market globally, it's over $600 billion in 2019. And we've tried to find information in Saudi, but we couldn't find the data. However, we were able to find that there's 60,000 productive families, Usar Muntaja, in Saudi Arabia. And we're still looking to find more information for designers and local artists. So as for competitors, currently Amazon Souk is dominating the e-commerce market, and there's a few local online marketplaces, but most don't have the multi-vendor technology that allows sellers to upload and list their own products. They usually have a fulfillment center, but with us, we don't have a fulfillment center and we don't have warehouses or inventory. So it allows us to have more products and allows us to scale much quicker. We have a range of ideas for our customer acquisition strategies, but currently what we're focusing on is SEO, Google AdWords, Instagram, webinars and blogs, and social impact influencers to really build brand equity, exposure, and get in those critical early adopters. And speaking of early adopters, we've really studied our customers and divided them into these customer segments. Of these segments, my early adopters are the newbies and the authentic locals, and we've identified their customer personas as well. Our revenue model is a 10% commission fee on each transaction, and we plan to increase our revenue sources in the future through listing fees, monthly memberships, and marketing banners. Moving on to our financial assumptions, we are seeking an investment of 400,000 riyals for marketing, product development, and more to reach our goal of break even in 12 months. And our exit strategy is to be acquired by one of the big players in the market, like Amazon Handmade or Etsy, that will result in a high ROI. This is me. I'm a solo founder, but we have 6 amazing team members working in the company. And my background is in architecture, but I have 5+ working years in e-commerce and retail. And we're currently looking to have a CTO and a CEO join our ever-growing team. And thank you so much for your time. Please make sure to follow us on Instagram and visit our website to support the amazing brands that we have. Thank you so much, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, Yara. Great. Well, now I'll have to turn it over to our judges. Whoever has a question, feel free to start. And what I actually would prefer to do is if 2 judges start with questions, Yara can answer, and then the 2 more, just so she can gauge everyone's questions first by first.
Could you moderate this? Could you because 7 to 10 minutes maybe I would take more time than I should. So could you do this moderation, like give it to one of us?
Yes.
Most questions are the same.
I'll start with 5 minutes. If you'd like to start, Dr. Mohammed.
Okay,
5
so
minutes.
Yara, I don't understand what's the competitive advantage, because the technology could be duplicated with one of the big players in the market. Could you explain to me what's so special about you? Like, is it intellectual capital or is it experience in doing such things?
Yeah, thank you so much for asking the question. So what we believe is our competitive advantage is that we are focusing on a small niche. So it's similar to Etsy, how they were able to dominate the handcraft niche, and even Amazon tried to compete with Etsy and actually couldn't, because they build the loyalty and they have the story and the brand. So what we feel like we want to offer is that community, feeling of community, along with the technology. But since we are only focusing on the handmade and local designers, we can focus only on them and be able to really provide a platform for their needs.
Okay, so basically marketing is your first mover advantage. You say marketing and your aggressive marketing. However, you did not, in your distribution of cash, you just did 17.5% in marketing. I was surprised to find 35% for salaries and office space, and plus accounting and nutrition, another 10%. You should have allocated more into marketing if this is your cup of tea, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
for
what's
sure.
market? Okay, fine. What's the access to market? How are you gonna attract customers?
So we just started kind of building our digital marketing strategy. So we want to go into Facebook advertising. We want to do also webinars. We want to do workshops. We want to have bloggers as well. We want to have content. So we have quite a few range of ideas. However, because we just launched recently, we were focusing more on operations, and only now we're starting to focus on the marketing. So we're still a bit early, like we just started with it, but we definitely want to expand.
Last question. What's your what's your skill? What's so special about you? I mean, do you have the academic background? Do you have because at the end of the day, your aggressive marketing scheme and your word. What 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 do you have to offer?
I think I'm someone who's very passionate and a leader. I've started my own businesses before. I've been part of a lot of leadership positions in university. I did graduate from architecture, so it has nothing really to do with e-commerce, but I do have experience selling on actually Amazon. I've sold before on Amazon. So, and I'm reading, I did a few courses as well for marketing and
All right, thanks a
yeah.
lot. I'm done with the Mr. Man.
Thank you so much.
أستاذ أستاذ عمر.
السلام عليكم.
عليكم السلام.
عليكم السلام.
Mayara, I just have like two questions. The first one is, الحين أنت already started. What was the feedback from the clients that already have been active in your company? And
The feedback. Oh, sorry.
No, you can go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much for the question, Princess Sama. So the feedback has actually been really great because we are targeting the newbies, because we found that the people who are very established tend to have a lot of different requirements that we are not able to fulfill as we are just starting off. So with the people who are starting off as well, they're very lenient. So they're very understanding that sometimes things are take a bit more time because we just launched. But they're really happy that we are giving them exposure. They do feel like they're not alone, like there is a community, and I feel like we were able to create a really nice community, and we give them promotions, we help them, and we're even planning to bring in more influencers, and we've also increased their sales. So people from Riyadh are buying, someone from UAE bought from us, so we were actually able organically to reach people from different places, so they're happy with sales.
And do you provide them with like any workshops just to like just give them like more information on how to work on their products, and like is there any criteria for who applies, like who is there any like do you do a filtration system where you can know if these products can be on your website?
Yeah, so we basically have applications. So people apply and they have to fill a form, and we have to go through the form. We need to go through their products. We make sure that their products fits the criteria of a proper logo, proper branding, the image quality is good. And if it's not, because recently we've only found one that wasn't, and we've talked to them and we've gave them advice on how they could upskill and make their business better. And sorry, you asked something else as well about workshops. We don't have workshops yet. It's definitely in the plan to do further on, to bring experts in to help them. But we have YouTube tutorials. So it explains the whole process of setting up, of taking ship orders, and we try to explain it as much as we can.
Perfect. My last question is, it's a website, so obviously you need an IT team.
Yes.
Is it like through you guys, or do you have someone else, a different entity that you have to pay them fees for all of the IT technical problems? And
Oh, it's all through us. So we've
Okay.
built the website, we have access, I have a tech team, but I am definitely looking for a CTO to really to build our next custom website, because this is an MVP. So we probably would need to invest in a website and an application in 6 months.
Thank you, Yara.
Thank you so much, Princess Sama.
اول شيء حياك الله اخت اميره سما واخت لطيفه. انا ما شفتكم، توني اشوفكم، ففرصه طيبه ولا تعرفنا عليكم. وحياك الله اختي يارا، الله يعطيك العافيه. Very nice to hear your story. What will satisfy you in terms of exit? Are you aiming $10 million, $50 million, $100 million? What's really drive you to do this thing?
I don't think the exit or the money currently is driving me. I think it's just my drive is to just really see our brands reach a global level, and to really, like, the whole name of Nasij is because it's the social fabric. So it's Nasij al-Mujtama. I think that aspect drives me a lot, and seeing sales and seeing them succeed is my own success in a way. I think I'm not at that stage yet to be, I guess, really thinking about more the exit strategy.
So you're trying to build something big, massive, or trying to build something that really serve the local community. What's really your aim here? Is to build something big?
Yeah, for sure, 100%. I
Okay.
want like Etsy to acquire it, hopefully one day.
Yeah. So that's good to know, because whenever you decide on your growth direction, you need also to behave accordingly. So maybe, for example, if tech is key to scale, then you need to hire tech team, core team, or maybe also try to attract a co-founder in tech. This is very, very important, as long as your ambitions are big. Number two, in terms of technology, why you concluded that fulfillment is not needed for your merchants segment? Why, for example, maybe they need fulfillment, maybe they need warehouses. Why you concluded to that conclusion?
So for fulfillment, because we could have fulfillment, it could be like an additional service for the people who are interested, but because of the nature of the product, it's very sometimes made to order. So for example, if someone wants a customized a shirt or whatever it is, it's difficult to do it, like they have to do it and then send it, because some things is very personalized. With such as Etsy, they do it directly from consumer, seller to consumer, and they were able to really scale quickly. And I believe this is what can give us an advantage, so we can start opening in Dubai, like UAE or Bahrain, and people can start selling. Like, it can be one platform that brings all the Arab artists, designers together, and it doesn't have to be, oh, you have to ship, and it's costly as well for them to ship some of them. But we could have that definitely as like an additional services with a higher percentage fee to cover all the costs of warehousing and inventory.
So you mentioned the interesting point in terms of Arab world artists and maybe craft handmaids. What's your strategy in terms of acquiring sellers from Egypt, from Iraq, from Syria, from other countries? Do you think it's crucial at this point, or do you think that this is something that you can do it later on? Do you see enough intensity? Do you see enough merchants or enough handcraft in Saudi Arabia to start from and to become big?
To start from, definitely, but I don't see why not. Why not go start attracting people from outside and start building a community outside? I know it's better to focus on one thing, but I feel like because of the nature of how the business is, I feel like it might even give us more of an advantage if people are able to reach, because I already know people in Saudi who buy from Bahrain, who buy from Kuwait. So there's already that connection. So it's, why not just put them all, even if it's a few people, but at least it's something different. People are like, oh, okay, interesting, she has people, different sellers from there. And I've already done research, so I already have a list of people from Bahrain and people from Kuwait and people from UAE that I feel like would be very suitable for the platform.
Yeah, so you are in the experimental stage, so you can experiment as much as you can. Try to include some crafts here and there, and try to see also what happens. Sometimes some mixes makes the whole website like magic, and everybody likes it because of this mix. So try a lot of things and see. It's a very interesting stage, and hope that you will do it. Inshallah, you will make it.
Thank you so much, Ustad Omar. I really appreciate it. Thank you, everyone.
يعطيك العافية Yara. I love the energy that you're containing and disseminating. Yara, I'll ask a couple of questions, considering that you're at the stage of experimenting, as you said, and as Mr. Omar said. And within this experiment, I'm sure you've noticed certain things that would help you, to grow or to move forward. I would love to ask about the key, I would say, insights that you've heard from your customers, and your priority
when it comes, either is it acquiring customers or is it acquiring actually sellers? And what would, if you would, I would say, distribute your effort when it comes to acquisition, is it the end buyers or actually the sellers? That's one. Second things, when it comes to the criteria and onboarding and all of that for the sellers, and since you don't do the fulfillment, how would you guarantee the quality part of it, okay, of the product? And third thing, also within the experiment, what is the average basket size? Do you have like the percentage? Do you have returning customers? Is the basket size of those returning customers increases or is it the same? If you could just give us a few insights about that. Lastly, I know I threw a lot of questions, but last one, when it comes—
I hope I can remember them.
I can remind you, it's fine. The last thing, when it comes to the team, you've mentioned earlier that you're onboarding or you're willing to onboard a CDO and I think another operational partner or a COO. How are you looking actually at onboarding those team members? Are they going to be co-founders or just helping you scale?
Thank you so much, Ustada Latifa, for your questions. Okay, let me try to remember. The first one was the chicken or the egg. It's like the marketplace one. That's because that's the difficulty with marketplaces, because you need both the sellers and you also need the buyers. And this is definitely something that we're still figuring out. Currently, we were focusing mainly on sellers. And then we kind of stopped for a bit because we were working on a lot of operational things. But now I believe we are focusing more on getting the sellers first, because once there's a lot of sellers, they have their followers who would be coming on the website and they would be doing the promotion for the website. So we believe, but we also want to still do ads. So it's kind of using both of them. So it's focusing firstly a bit on the sellers and then working on the customers as well with social media advertising. That's going to be just ongoing. And then for the second question, what was it? I'm sorry.
With regards to the quality, since you don't do the fulfillment.
So with the regards with the quality, I mean, it's very clear on the website that all the products are not owned by Nasij. So it's not our like we do our job to make sure that everything is good quality based on photos, on videos that we ask them to take. We ask them about the material. But even if anyone is shopping from Instagram, they can't be sure that the quality is going to be the best. Even on any website, it's never guaranteed. So we do our best. So far, we haven't had any issues, thank God. This might be an issue later on, but we are still working on how to basically make sure quality control is taken care of. And I think the third question was about the team. Or was it
the basket size, the average basket size, the returning customers, the growth also in the basket size for the returning customers?
So because it's 2 months, we don't have returning customers yet. I think we only have one. And usually people, because we don't have that many products as well, we still are new to the market. We assume that returning customers would be after 4 months or maybe 6 months. So it depends. The basket size is around 200 riyals. 250 and we're aiming to also increase that by getting sellers that have more pricier products, because the products we have now are a bit more affordable, so we can also increase the basket size. And the last question was about the team. Yes, we are definitely looking to have a CTO, because I know how crucial it is to have a partner, and I'm very open to having a partner, giving them equity for sure. But obviously making sure that it's the right person and it's the right fit. And we're doing that we're searching through LinkedIn, and we're with networks and talking to people.
Great. Thank you. I hope that answers everyone's questions. Yara,
thank you so much.
Amazing to have you, and thank you everyone for asking. Thank you so much for your time. I'll go ahead to introduce our next startup. Just maybe as a friendly reminder to the judges, maybe it would be better to ask the questions for each judge in about a minute, just so we don't go over time with the event. But I'm very excited to introduce our next startup. A fun fact about the founders, they're a team of 2 amazing women, one of which speaks 5 languages, and the other one, her fun fact is she's an excellent rollerblader, even though she still has not learned how to ride a bike. So Spot, if I could invite you to the virtual stage.
Thank you, Iman. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes. I've always had the dream to open a restaurant that is digitally connected to visitors. And I started the journey 2 years ago. But the operational costs started mounting, and finding a local service provider was difficult. Therefore, I decided to create Spot. But during COVID-19, we pivoted the idea because we discovered that there was a 15% drop in restaurant reservation, 80% revenue loss, and people are not visiting restaurants as they did before. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, today myself, Darina Rashid, and Noura Mahmoud are going to show you how we're going to help restaurant owners and visitors embrace the new normal through Spot. Operational cost has been always a challenge for restaurant owners, but in order to survive the COVID hit, they need to learn how to use innovative tools and how to change the way that they operate. Pre-COVID, post-COVID, mainly the challenges is how to scale faster with having less resources. And for visitors such as you and I, hygiene. We're trying to reduce touching surfaces as much as we can. Second, time. We waste time waiting for our tables to be ready. We waste time waiting for waiters to serve us. Wasting time waiting is no longer an option for our target market, which is Gen Z and millennials. Therefore, Spot is the solution. How? Spot is an application that will automate the full dining experience, starting from reservation on the app to paying on the app. Spot will transform the customer experience. Do you know that 61 adults reported that they're willing to pay on experiences, including dining out? Spot will help restaurant owners to reduce operational costs because it will allow visitors to order, pay, rate, and review restaurants all from one application. Spot will allow restaurants to know more their visitors and customize exceptional offerings for them based on their experience. As a result, they're going to have increase in number of visitors, decrease wait time for tables, and increase in table turnover rate. This is the look and feel of the application. It's available on iOS and Android. Since March, we currently have 500 users and 80 service providers. Market size. The food and beverage market is growing rapidly in the GCC. And as you can see here, Saudi is considered the largest, and it's projected to grow from 11.6 billion to 13.7 billion by 2025.
In Saudi, we don't really have a direct competitor, but we have these market players who offer 1 or 2 features, but not all together. For example, here we have My Table and Reserve Out, which allows you to find the restaurant and get a reservation. And then we have Foursquare and Qayyim, which shows you the restaurant and the rating, but no reservation or payment can be done on the app. And finally, we have Servi, which is not really an app, but it's a tool that offers payment through a website when you're in the restaurant. So Spot here offers full automation of the dine-in experience, from finding the restaurant, booking, paying, splitting the payment, then reviewing and rating the restaurant. We believe the best way to attract customers would be through cold calling, marketing campaigns on social media, and through digital tools and events. And for our business model, we decided to go with a hybrid model between a service fee and a subscription, and of course, revenue from promotions and ads on the app. We aspire to become the Yelp of the Middle East, so it's only natural for us to want to merge with one of the top multinational companies or get acquired by them. So of course, here we have Yelp or Delivery Hero. Scalability and speed is key for us to go viral. So for that, we need an investment of 700,000 riyal, which will be divided as the following. This opportunity will help us conquer the restaurant's domain and give us a chance to fulfill the Spot global vision of bringing 3 worlds together. As Darim mentioned, we have already launched, but we pivoted our focus on restaurants because we saw an immediate need in the market. And last but not least, this is the team behind Spot. Darim and myself both have work experience in top IT companies and educational background in business. We also have Joe as our graphic designer and Sarah as our community manager. So let's join forces and let us help you find the best your city has to offer. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Nuro Dareen. Whoever would like to take a stab on it and like Latifa did, maybe bunch all the questions together and then the girls can answer.
Can you moderate this, Iman, please?
Sure. Dr. Mohammed, would you like to start first?
Sure. I'm very impressed. Good job, Darina. Noura.
Thank you.
Excellent, clear presentation. I claim to have seen so many presentations. This is one of the better ones I've seen. The only flaw that the one that gave us, Iman, has different distribution of investment opportunity. It was 40, 30, 30, I think, rather than 5, 35, 20, and sales and marketing human resource. So I'm a little bit different than the file that you sent us, Iman. So, but that's okay. I'm gonna take this one. So basically, you're gonna hire more HR. What are the staff capabilities that you're looking for?
So thank you so much for your question. Yes, we changed it because actually Noura and I have been experimenting so many things, and we're gonna need to hire a CTO, definitely. Although we have an experience in IT, but having an in-house developer is crucial for us. Second of all, we need to be aggressive when it comes to sales and marketing. So we're planning to hire what we call beehive spotters, who are going to support us in getting more restaurants and users.
Okay. I'll listen. We're glad to have the chairman of Foodix with us, Omar Wajdouri. So I'm going to get him the chance. I won't take more of your time, but I love the presentation, and I think you can go. You're going to fly, guys. Best of luck.
Thank you so much.
Ustaz Omar?
الله يعطيكم العافية. Very nice presentation indeed. I'd like to ask about the proposition. So maybe let me make sure that I understood. You are providing the table order reservation and table ordering, isn't it?
Yes. We're providing the whole journey, basically.
And the ordering can happen even before I arrive to the restaurant. This is where I think the efficiency you are trying to provide.
Yes, we found out that, especially as employees, sometimes we have limited time, to go to restaurants, and having the ability to pre-order before going will save a lot of time, especially for employees.
I see. And that also can target. Yeah, go ahead, Darine.
And also, it's not, you don't need to pre-order before or book before going. We have, 3 options actually. Either you order before, you book, or if you're around the restaurant, you can check in and start your journey.
Oh, very good. Is there any queue service or no?
We didn't work on that.
If there's a queue restaurant. Okay. And
actually,
this is meant to serve only fine dining, isn't it? It's not really for fast food.
Yes, we're starting our target market for now is just fine dining that have reservation and that would want this.
Yeah. How much you charge per store?
احنا as we said خليناها 10% per order, every order transacted on spot. And we're also going to have this annual fee for restaurant. Inshallah, after we have a number of restaurants, we're going to give them a grace period, and then we're going to have a subscription fee.
It's interesting service. It needs to be tested. It needs to be experienced very well, and you need to try a lot of things until it become, inshallah, useful and adaptable. But very, very interesting service, really. And maybe I will now try to use it if it's available in Jeddah or in Riyadh. Yeah.
Inshallah, it will be available soon, very soon.
Wonderful. Ustaza Latifa?
Hi, Darina and Noura. يعطيكم العافية.
الله يعافيكي.
So I'll jump actually into more details about the product itself. I know you just started, you guys, you ladies, and it's amazing. And it's a very interesting concept as mentioned. So for the stores, what sort of, I'm a restaurant owner, what sort of capabilities you're giving me as part of the onboarding or as part of the fees that I'm paying, especially when it comes to the menu that my customers are actually pre-ordering, as you mentioned. So is there like any sort of software and integration that would enable me and you guys to have the menu updated constantly, or you're going to do it manually at the beginning? So how are you approaching that?
At the beginning, obviously, we're going to have to support our restaurant owners, and we're going to give them an admin panel. Because still we're a startup, we're not going to give iPads. They're going to use their current iPads. We're going to have their panel ready for them, register them, create their menus for them, and show them the process, how it's done. So this admin panel, it's going to be very useful for them, and it's going to be very easy to use, where they can export their data and import it, and later on they can upload it to their POS systems.
Okay. And another part of the experience that you mentioned was actually the payment and splitting the fee.
Yes.
Right? So are you thinking of a specific integration with the payment gateway, a specific payment gateway, or is there a specific way you're trying or thinking about doing it?
We are already integrated with Payfor.
Okay, great. Last question with regards to the distribution of the fund. You mentioned the human capital, and then you talked about the sales and BD. So I just want to make sure that I understand that part correctly. And how much of it is actually, okay, it's here. Okay, so you're gonna hire for the sales, or you're gonna hire for the general operational work that you do?
So we're going
go ahead. I was just gonna say, احنا for the human resources, we were thinking about, as Darine said, of creating a beehive that works as like a full team that goes into the market and get as many restaurants as we can in short period of time. So this is the sales part of the human resources. But the most important thing we need is a CTO. So the majority of this would actually go to the CTO. For the sales and marketing, we're just thinking about like influencer marketing, social media, all the things that we need to go viral.
Clear, because I don't want to take more of the time, but I just want to understand. So you're onboarding the CTO as a co-founder?
Well, probably it's going to be a partner with us, because it's a very crucial position in our company. It's a tech company, so.
And is he or she going to be responsible only on the tech side, or also the product map and the product growth, basically?
Well,
so would he also be responsible in developing the matrix that you should be looking at, developing the company, or just the technical part?
Actually, from operational perspective and from strategy, Noor and I are capable on that. Definitely, we were always open, even with our developers right now, we're working with them. We need to listen from them, because as a developer, as coders, sometimes they have a different experience and might give us awareness about certain kind of options and points and features that we want. But we'll definitely, it's a startup, it's a teamwork at the end of the day. But we're gonna make them focus, he or she, on development, but he or she, their voices will matter definitely in the improvement of the application.
Thank you. And best of luck.
Princess Sama,
Thank you.
I wanted to make sure I extended the opportunity to make sure if you had any questions.
يعطيكم العافية نورا ودارين. Amazing presentation. I just have one question. And you talked about the competitors, which are not really competitors, but في certain things that are similar. Do you, يعني تفكيركم على exit strategy, have you ever thought of where, how, what, when, in general يعني لأنه أنتوا there's you're specialized in things that are in different apps, but they're not all in one. فيعني هل في نظرة إنه there's a certain company or a certain that you can provide have an exit strategy for?
Actually, we're thinking of getting acquired or merged with companies in the same industry or similar to us, such as Yelp or Delivery Hero. Yelp is more or less where we aim to be, inshallah. Delivery Hero, we thought of it. I know it's delivery and it's but we thought that they might be interested of acquiring such company that connects three worlds and has a bigger vision than what we're currently providing in the presentation.
And one other question. So you're starting in one city وبعدين expanding إن شاء الله looking into best Saudi صح? Not anywhere else in the Middle East يعني expansion.
Actually احنا for now we're starting in Riyadh so definitely كل Saudi بعدين لا احنا we are targeting GCC إن شاء الله.
And
Allah
to add on also, like we're looking into blue ocean market where there is need, but applications and technology such as ours is not common there.
يعطيكم العافية. Thank you very much.
الله يعافيك يا رب. Thank you so much.
شكرا لك.
نفس سؤال كان شكله في بدر يبغى يستثمر فيكم يسالكم 700,000 مقابل قديش من حصص حقوق الملكيه equity.
I couldn't hear that question. Sorry.
في سؤال في الشات بدر معانا يبغى يستثمر معاكم شكله يسالكم 700,000 اللي طالبينها مقابل قديش من حصص حقوق الملكيه from share of equity that you have.
Okay, it's an interesting question. We have a number in mind, which is 10%, yani, but definitely we can take it offline if Badr is really interested and see how this partnership will happen, inshallah.
يعني 7 مليون ريال that's a lot of money. طيب بس انا عايز a lot of money 7 مليون ريال يعني هو
طبعا انت بزنس مان فعشان كده قلت offline نشوف ان شاء الله الكلام كيف يصير على الانفستمنت.
Also, for all the startups, the past one, you can directly answer in the chat as well if you'd like, since the vast majority of people attending are angel investors. So to ask, if you see any questions directed to you, please Nouro Darin, feel free to read them and answer directly. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you to our amazing judges. Now, with any further ado, I must introduce our third startup for this evening. Maybe kind of related to her startup. Her fun fact is she never eats food unless she smells a طبق أول to make sure it's tasty, and then she'll try it. Without any further ado, restart. I think you have to go to the first slide. Yes, okay. Take it away.
السلام عليكم، كيف حالكم؟ شو اخباركم؟ اوكي. السلام عليكم، انا ريمانة جمال the founder of Restart. انا اخصائية تغذية، درست human nutrition في University College Dublin. I was personally overweight a couple of years ago، وصراحة كنت أعاني من مشاكل صحية كذا كانت related to nutrition، فيعني أقدر أقول إن nutrition غير لي حياتي. ففكرة Restart nutritionists in your pocket. اوكي سو البروبلم اللي كثير ناس بيواجهوها اللي هي صعوبة الوصول لأخصائيين التغذية إن كان في المستشفيات أو في العيادات، وللأسف مو كل أخصائيين التغذية عندهم customized diet plan for each client، فهذا الشيء بيسبب demotivation للكلاينت إنه يكمل. زي ما أنتم شايفين نسبة الأوبيزيتي في السعودية زادت بشكل كبير في آخر 30 سنة. فإحنا في Restart الحل اللي بنقدمه خلال السنتين الأخيرة virtual nutrition consultation. We customize a diet plan for each client we constantly monitor them عشان نتأكد إنهم ماشيين صح. فالبروسيس حق السبسكريبشن is basically من الويب سايت. They subscribe من الويب سايت، بعدين حنكلمهم for a consultation، وبعدين we will design a customized diet plan for the client، وبعد كده we will have a daily follow-up مع الكلاينت. So التراكشن في آخر سنتين الويب سايت visitors 4800، 78% منهم new visitors، 22% returning visitors. الانكم في 2019 كان 6900، في 2020 وصل 24318 ريال. We have 112 clients subscribed so far. So the global market size is $8.2 billion. By 2025 حيزيد بنسبة 15%.
حاليا عندنا في السعودية الماركت سايز 957 مليون دولار، بعد سنتين حيوصل ل 1500 مليون دولار. So this is the business model. عندنا هذه 3 packages، كل باكج سعرها يختلف عن الثاني على حسب السيرفيسز وعلى حسب الفيتشرز في كل باكج. So our competitors هذه الثلاثة شركات طبعا تقريبا يعني بيقدموا نفس الحلول، بس في drawbacks من ضمنها إنه ال diet plans are not customized، شوية يعتبر strict their diet، وفي lack of follow-ups، وكمان ما عندهم incentives. فإحنا we're targeting overweight, obese and bodybuilders لأنه هي هذه أكبر فئة بتجي عندنا free start. بنحاول نوصل لهم عن طريق webinars, workshops and partnerships. So our exit strategy هذه 3 شركات، 2 منهم global nutrition companies، واحدة منهم عندنا هنا في السعودية. So our ask is 460 ألف ريال في 2021، 40% للماركتينج، 40% للستافينج، و20% للبرودكت ديفلوبمنت. So basically this is the team behind Restart. أنا ريمانة جمال the founder and CEO of Restart. وطبعا في النهاية حابة أقول لكم it's never too late to restart. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rimana. Princess Sama, I'd love to start with you.
يعطيك العافية ريمانا على البرزنتيشن.
الله يعافيكي.
هو إنه as I can see now in the past few years عندنا المجتمع تغير البرسبكتيف حقهم especially في الهيلثي في النيوتريشن والهيلثي فود. وشفت إن حاطة الليستة حقت الكومبيتيتورز اللي عندك. فأنت من الفيدباك اللي جوكي من الكلاينتس اللي you already have ما شاء الله، إيش حسيتي الفرق بينهم وبين كلاينتس، يعني the clients اللي جوكي وكملوا معاك إيش الفرق بينهم وبين الكلاينتس اللي جو ولا they preferred going to other companies؟
اوكي سو الفرق انه الناس اللي كملوا معايا ارتاحوا على النظام لانه اتس لايف ستايل، انا مو قاعد احرمهم ولا من اي شيء، وكل الاشياء تكون متوفره عندهم يعني على حسب يعني رغبتهم بالاكل، ايش الاكلات اللي يحبوها، فانا اعمل لهم كاستمايزد ميل بلان. الناس اللي ما كملوا يكون مثلا بسبب انه هم بيشتغلوا طيب they're working وكذا، ف they don't have time actually to prepare food بنفسهم، ف that's why ما بيكملوا وبيفضلوا يروحوا عند يعني شركات توفر الميلز already يعني جاهزة.
And you guys don't provide any ready-made meals, صح؟
No, only the nutrition plan.
Okay. And have you thought, أنا أحس one of like if you had snacks, at least healthy snacks, would it be يعني interesting to attract more clients, especially إنه أنتوا you're specialized in this?
Yes, we do have healthy snacks. بس هو شوي أصغر، بس أيوة we provide healthy energy bites. صراحة هو صح بيساعدنا إنه يعني we get more clients لما بنتعاقد مع gyms مع healthy cafes، فهذا الشيء بيخلي الناس يعرفوا restart أكثر، وبعدين يعني they will become our clients.
يعطيك العافية رمانة، الله يوفقك.
آمين، شكرا.
لك كنت السماء. أستاذ عمر.
الله يعطيك العافية وما شاء الله presentation جميل. طبعا this is a very interesting domain to think about and to pursue, so all the best inshallah. What I noticed is that you have a very slow growth in the last 2 years.
Yes.
If you can explain to us what happened, why the growth is very slow given this huge market?
Okay. لأنه أول السنة في 2019 كان يعني كان يعني testing إنه that's why مو مرة عارف.
أنا أظن بيقطع صوتك شوية. عيدي ثاني.
أيوه كنت بقول
إيه والله إذا تعيدين صوتك قطع.
أعتذر. لأنه في 2019 يعني كان launching خلاص يعني launched السيرفيسز، ف that's why the client صغير يعتبر.
يعني سبحان الله that's why is the one that we heard but we didn't hear the reason actually.
قفل الفيديو بس عشان نسمع صوتك.
So yeah. So it's you're experimenting still. You are still trying to find a way to grow in this market, or you have the product. And what places Sama recommended to add merchandise, to sell something, and to increase your transaction ticket. I think this is something that you should think about.
Yeah.
To sell instead of only selling the plans, because if you sell only the plan, you are competing with thousands of startups globally. But if you sell something around the customer and you do it in a way that makes it only you providing it, this is where I think you can have bigger revenue. Maybe I'm saying this is one path, but maybe you have also other paths to think about.
صحيح. وانا فعلا عندي منتجات صحيه اللي هي healthy energy bites. وان شاء الله كمان يعني ناويه اني اطور البزنس اكثر ويصير فيه يعني فيه more options, more healthy snacks, مو فقط الانرجي bites. Yeah, thanks for your feedback.
Wonderful. الأستاذة لطيفة.
يعطيك العافية إيمانا. I'm trying to understand two things. أول شيء ال positioning، لأنه ما كان واضح لي إنه عندك products، الحين تكلمت إنه عندك products، بس إذا ترجعي لي إنه are you just providing the plans or there's something else you provide؟ second question, but with regards to the team that you showed, are they all full-timers؟ مين منهم co-founder معاكي ولا are you a solo co-founder؟ إيش الجروث بلانز حقتك أو خلينا نقول البرايورتي حقتك when it comes to the product؟ إيش أهم شيء تبغوا تسويه when it comes to the product؟
Okay, so yes, I am the solo founder. والناس اللي معايا في التيم ما هم full time. في منهم two منهم interns وفي بعضهم freelancers فما هم full time. وموضوع إنه كيف I want to grow يعني إيش البلان. صراحة I'm aiming يعني مثلاً إنه by the end of 2021 I reach more يعني مثلاً 200 clients. هذه الخطة.
So you're gonna be needing 400 و something عشان تصلين 100 more clients?
200, yes.
Okay, you can't basically توصلين 200 bootstrapping or without getting an investment. What would be يعني the added value of the investment beyond just the number of the subscribers? Sorry if my question is harsh, but I'm trying to understand بس your way of thinking. يعني
Yeah.
what can you achieve bootstrapping? What can you achieve? What you خلينا نقول need the money for to achieve. خلينا نكون مرة صريحين.
Okay. So I will need this investment amount لأنه هذا الشيء حيساعدني I hire other nutritionists or I hire more people so I can يعني have more people in the team to grow the business more. So like the more people in the team, the more work, the more clients, you know. Yeah. إن شاء الله أكون جاوبت سؤالك.
كثير يعطيك العافية.
الله يعافيك.
أستاذ محمد فتاحي.
طيب I'm not gonna flatter you, but you obviously you did an extremely good job in presentation. You know what you're doing. You have lots of experience. I just wanna hit the point. So I don't understand this industry. ماني فاهم الصنعة هذه مضبوط. إيش اللي يمنع مثلا دايت سنتر إنه هو يعمل customized online وينافس؟ There isn't enough high barriers to entry. والسؤال يعني يلحق بعضه. ايش اللي ما خلاهم يسووا الكلام هذا؟ يعني ليش ما عملوا الكلام ده من قبل؟ انت حتدخلي الحين تعملي شيء هم ما فكروا فيه، اشرحي لي الصوت.
معليش الصوت ما كان واضح. هل قصدك انه ايش الفرق يعني بين الدايت سنتر والخدمه اللي انا بقدمها؟
لا كده. انا بقول انه فهميني لانه انا ما افهم في الصنعه هذا مضبوط. ايش اللي يمنع المنافسين حقونك ان هم يعملوا شيء كستمايزد اونلاين وينافسوك بشكل اقوى وعندهم خبره اكبر واقتصاد الكمي والمعرفي الايكونومي والسكيل اند سكوب؟ ايش الشيء اللي انت شفتيه وبتعمليه او انت حتعمليه مختلف عنهم او هم يا ما فكروا فيه بس شافوا ما هو ناجح بطريقتك او ما فكروا فيه من اساسه؟
اوكي انا حجاوبك على هذا السؤال لانه بيسكلي هم هدفهم الشركات المنافسه هدفهم إنه بس يبغوا يشوفوا الناس لأهدافهم، مو همهم هل دول الناس من جد يعني عاجبهم الأكل، هل هم مرتاحين في ذا النظام، هل النظام هذا مخصص ليهم هو على احتياجهم على حسب يومهم. أنا لما أجي أكلم الكلاينتس أسألهم قل لي عن يومك، أنت فين بتاكل، عايش مع مين، أنا أفهم كل شيء عشان أقدر أعمل لهم كاستمايز دايت بلان. وهذا غير إني أنا معاهم خطوة بخطوة، ترى كل يوم الفولو أب ديلي فولو، عشان بتأكد إن هم ماشيين صح. يروحوا السوبر ماركت يرسلوا لي يقولوا لي ايش البرودكتس اللي نشتريها، انا معاهم اختار معاهم البرودكتس. فالهدف من ده كله اللي هو it's not just انه انا ابغاهم يعني وزنهم ينزل او على حسب ايش هدفهم، لا انا ابغاهم من جد they live the experience و they love. يعني ابغى اغير لهم مفهومهم عن النيوتريشن. nutrition is not like food restriction كذا.
مسألة الفرق بينك وبينهم، أنا سألت إيش اللي يمنعهم، إيش اللي منعهم من قبل إنه ما يدخلوا في هذا this line of business، هذا النشاط أو هذا الخط الإنتاج اللي أنت بتعمليه. إذا كانت مربحة شغلانة وفيها نجاح وفيها sustainable، ليش ما هم استفكروا فيها؟ إيش اللي أنت تعتقدي إن هم they're missing، أو الشيء اللي أنت ممكن تعمليه هم ما يقدروا يعملوه عشان كده ما دخلوا في الشغلانة؟
Good question. بصراحة to be honest ما عندي الإجابة يعني بتفاصيلها، بس it could be anything. Maybe
خليني أساعدك. Are you certified؟ أنا أساعدك. Are you certified to get nutrition tips؟ يعني أنت consultation، يعني أنت nutritionist، يعني خبيرة تغذية، صح؟ خبيرة تغذية أنت؟
ايوه وانا اخصائيه تغذيه.
اوكي اخصائيه تغذيه. طيب في زي كثير في السعوديه؟ في سعوديات كثير؟
ايه يس.
اوكي في شيء في معلش لازم مثلا عشان افهم اكثر، في شيء انت تعتقدي انه يميزك عن غيرك؟
طبعا فيه.
ايه تفضل.
اللي يميزني عن غيري زي ما قلت لك كاستمايز نيوتريشن بلان اولا. ثانيا احنا بنعطيهم انسنتيفز، يعني مثلا الكلاينتس اللي يوصلوا لهدفهم او مثلا يعني على حسب ايش الهدف حق كل شخص. طيب ليتس سي مثلا واحد نزل 5 كيلو اوكي في شهر، احنا نعطيهم انسنتيفز. الانسنتيفز دي عباره عن بوينتس، لما يجمعوا بوينتس نعطيهم مثلا فاوتشرز للجيمز يعني ديسكاونتس، فاوتشر حتى يعني اور بلانز اللي صاروا حاطين انضموا لينا في الشهر اللي بعده. فهذا الشيء يخلي الكلاينت يحس انه ايوه يكمل. فاهم علي؟ فللاسف مو كلنا نعمل الشيء.
انا طولت معلش بس اخر سؤال. في زيك شركه في العالم ناجحه بشكل كبير وانطلقت بشكل افضل من النمو اللي انت ذكرتيه من قبل خلال الفتره الماضيه، يعني في مثال عندك بتفكري فيه تبغى تصير شيء يشبه له؟
الصراحه ايوه في اللي هو one of the exit strategies حقتي اللي هي weight watchers.
شكرا الله يوفقك.
global nutrition company هم تقريبا بيطبقوا حكايه البوينتس، وبيطبقوا كمان يعني اللي هو الكاستمايزيشن، فيخلوا تقريبا الكلاينتس ياخذوا اي حاجه بس انه يعني in moderation. ف people love it. فيا صراحه هم
اساعدك في الاجابه السؤال اللي انت ما سالتيه من قبل اللي ما جاوبتيه. هي الاوليغوبولي، يعني زي مونوبولي، يعني في احتكار في السوق وانت داخله في الشغلانه، ممكن انك انت في فجوه كبيره في السوق ممكن تاخذ منها جزء بسرعه وتتميزي مع الوقت. هذا كلام معقول ولا لا؟ في ناس كثير في السوق ونفسي مره. ايش الحكايه في الكومبتيتيف لانسكيب؟
Imana, I'll have you answer so we can head to the next startup.
Sure.
يعني اجاوب ولا ايش؟
ايوه جاوبي بس على السريع.
بس صراحه ترى الصوت شويه بعيد، فانا مو مره سمعت يعني السؤال صراحه.
Okay, it's okay. Maybe we'll continue it maybe offline if you don't mind, Muhammad, just for the sake of time. بس يعطيكي ألف عافية ريمانا. Thank you so much for your time. We have 2 more startups remaining to pitch. I would love to invite Digger to the virtual stage. And a fun fact about our founder, Sarah Al-Qahtani, she speaks very fast because she loves watching videos that are twice the normal speed of any video. So that's our fun fact about Sarah. And Digger, if I could invite you to come to our virtual stage and share the screen.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you, Iman, for introducing me. I'm Sarah Al-Gahtani, and here's my colleague Dima Al-Ataibi. I'm the CEO of Diggers Company, a startup company, and we are aiming to provide cybersecurity and digital forensics solutions that help investigators to investigate digital crimes. So with that, we are starting with our first product, which is WhatsApp Digger. I'm certain that everyone here in this meeting have received a message from someone who's trying to steal her bank account or data and so. And I believe that everyone here believes this is the only scoop of crimes that happened in WhatsApp. But let me tell you something, you are wrong. I will give you a real case scenario that happened here in Saudi Arabia, but with fake names to preserve the privacy of the scenario. There were Ahmed and Khalid, and Ahmed were asking Khalid to come to buy a land, and he asked him to come on site to check the land. And then Ahmed killed Khalid, and investigators couldn't know unless they checked Khalid's WhatsApp mobile data. So this is how serious WhatsApp crimes are. So the problem here is the increasing number of WhatsApp crimes, and according to research, there's 2 billion users worldwide, and 27 million users are active users in Saudi Arabia. So these are two numbers presenting that WhatsApp is the highest messaging application used worldwide or even in Saudi Arabia.
1 minute, Sarah. Your slides don't show for me. Do you want to take a minute and make sure everyone can see it?
Oh, apologies. Is it
no worries. We can see the beautiful slides now. So you can go to the slide that you were on about the problem.
Okay. Okay, can I repeat it from the beginning so I make sure that everyone understood the idea?
You can repeat it from the problem.
Okay, so the problem is the increasing number of WhatsApp crimes. So there's more than 2 billion users around worldwide that are using WhatsApp, and there's 27 million active users in Saudi Arabia. So WhatsApp is the highest used messaging application. There's more than 20 cases per day as reported by Department of Criminal Evidences in Dammam, and the current use tools are not sufficient. So for that, we are providing WhatsApp Digger, which is a computer program that helps digital investigators to investigate WhatsApp-related crimes efficiently and precisely. So it helps analyze all WhatsApp data because some current tools doesn't support analyzing image, video, audio, and so. Data collections within minutes because current tools requires hours or even days, but we have our own technology to shrink it to minutes. We provide, and we have research published on that. We provide safe data collection methodology, and we satisfy international investigation standard, which is NIST mobile investigation standard, to make sure that our tool will be globally acceptable. This is how it works. The investigator only installs the application in his computer and connect the mobile he wants to investigate, then start investigation. Market opportunity, according to the research, this is the global market for digital forensics, including all digital forensics sectors, not only mobile phone, and with a growth rate of 16% from 2017 to 2022. But this is the serviceable addressable market, which are the customers we believe that we will acquire, inshallah, in the upcoming 5 years with a value of $4 million. And these are our initial customers, inshallah, with a value of $81,000. For the competitive advantage, or competitive analysis, we have 4 factors that is mainly required by all investigators. First, which is data collection, and all our competitors doing data collection, but none of them doing it safely. And none of them, and some of them only provide analysis feature. And lastly, none of them fulfill international standards. And here comes the strength of WhatsApp Digger, which satisfies all these factors. For the business model, we are relying on biannual license subscription with a fee of $999 with a separate professional services fees. The license will be per investigator and with extra fee for customization. Our customer acquisition strategies is to exploit technical events and conferences and to use word of mouth of subject matter experts and focal points to governmental entities to deliver or to market our solution, as this is not a publicly available solution for everyone because we are minding the legal requirements or the ethical issues. Our tractions, as this application haven't been launched yet, but we believe based on our research and interviews that there is 35 investigator with a serious desire here in Saudi Arabia to buy this application, constituting a revenue of $90,000. And here on the right, because our application is currently beta version, you can see on the right the real screenshots of the application itself. Our growth strategy is to adopt customers from private sectors in Saudi Arabia, Gulf countries, and expand to MENA region, inshallah, to include high user social media application in the investigation scope, such as Instagram, Snapchat, and Telegram. So whenever WhatsApp vanish, we are not vanished too. Our exit strategy is to be acquired by a cybersecurity and digital forensics company that provides similar solutions. And there are a lot in the field, but none of them currently is focusing on WhatsApp, nor provide advanced technology that preserve the factors we studied. The team, this is me, Sarah Al-Qahtani, my colleague Dima Al-Atabi, Lamia As-Salim, Malak Al-Dakhil. We are all founders of the application equally, and we developed the application from scratch. We are all cybersecurity and digital forensics specialists. We are asking for 300,000 Saudi riyal to spend it wisely in product development, human resources, sales and marketing, and legal consultancy, as we believe diverse background is a key to success. In conclusion, for this I quote, good forensic evidences are the ones that make it to court. So we believe WhatsApp Digger is the one that help investigators to preserve data integrity, to investigate efficiently, and with providing good analysis features. Thank you very much, and you are welcome to ask any question.
Thank you, Sarah, so much. Ustaz Omar, if you don't mind, I'd love to start with you.
Allah, ما شاء الله عليك, Sarah, you're very fast, really, صراحة. So maybe I missed some information here and there, so please excuse me if I ask for something you already mentioned. So the investigators are aggregated, or they are your own investigators?
No, you mean real investigators from official entities in Saudi Arabia?
Yeah. So are they your own employees, or it's like?
No, we were working on a research project, and we were in contact with investigator in Dammam, اللي هي شعبة التحقيقات الرقمية في الدمام, and they were supervising our project from the beginning to the end, and they saw the beta version and they were satisfied with it.
So they will investigate the things. You will provide the access to the platform, to the WhatsApp.
And we haven't gave them the beta version to test, but it's available on our side. I mean,
when will it be ready?
Inshallah, so the beta version is available. We need to test some cases, and inshallah, with more development and enhancements, it will be fully functioning and ready. It's currently fully functioning, but it reads. We believe we want to make it more technical advanced.
I see. So until this point, you are still not in the market. You are still testing the product.
We are still pre-seed phase with a beta version available.
I see. And what's your income model? So how do you generate revenue here?
Subscription model. I will show you here.
Yeah.
So
yes. Sorry. I saw it. I forgot that. طيب. Thank you so much. All the best, inshallah. Hope to see you, inshallah, in the market soon.
Inshallah.
Thank you so much. Ustaza Latifa.
يعطيك العافية سارة.
الله يعافيك.
And Dima. And I have two questions. الأولى, I want you to tell me more about you and Dima specifically and your background and the team generally. لأنه clearly, يعني you mentioned إنكم you're already like you're specialist in the field, but it's a heavy field. It requires, يعني you mentioned research and other things. I just want to understand that part. Second thing, with regards to the product and the business model and the targeted customers. There's a huge focus from governments around the globe, specifically alhamdulillah with the advances that we have here in Saudi Arabia on cybersecurity and cyber safety. And I think you're doing something pre-edge, Amanatan, so well done. However, most of the government entities, as far as I know, and please correct me if I'm wrong as part of your research, when they use such tools, they use on-premise tools. لازم تكون عندهم, they don't use يعني they don't do subscription models يعني or SaaS, خلينا نكون صريحين. فhow are you tackling that? وخاصة لما تكلمتي مع شعبة التحقيق والدمام and testing the potential for buyers and customers. How did it go, and how are you planning to approach those buyers?
Okay. First of all, for the background, we are a team of 4, and we are all cybersecurity and digital forensics graduate, and we have a 1-year experience in the field. We are all currently employed, alhamdulillah, in the same field. In regard to the experience from the research side, we spent 1 year researching this tool and developing this tool. So we have a thorough research that is publicly available and published in an international journal. The second question is the SaaS model, and you are right, they cannot subscribe. They cannot have something hosted away from them. It should be on site. And this is the beauty of our solutions, that they have to install it in their workstations, so no connection from their side to our side. It will be like normal application they have on their computer. But whenever the license expired, that application will not work. The license should be renewed. from our side. So there's no need for to be host somewhere else or so. So it will be at their side. The second part of the question is that how they are accepting testing or how we are approaching them. We have a point of because we are graduated from Imam Abdulrahman bin Faisal University in Dammam, and our university have a lot of contact with investigators around the country. So alhamdulillah, we have like a bunch of good community of investigators that we can directly access and have engaged with them to test. And currently we have, they are welcoming us to have some real cases to test in our application.
Okay, well done. يعطيكم العافية.
Wonderful. Dr. Mohammed?
اوكي يعطيك العافيه ساره وديما ولميا وملك. يعني لما شفت يعني كثير الافكار موجوده في السعوديه، بس هذه الاشياء القليله اللي شفت يعني فكره جديده فعلا، وواضح ان عندكم خبره وعندكم. بس انا عندي سؤال على موضوع واحد، الاكسس تو ماركت. على التسويق اللي عشان توصل يعني ما تعتقدوا ان التعامل مع الامن السيبراني عشان تتعاملوا معاه وتكملوا مشوار زي ما قال الاخ عمر. انتم تشتغلوا مع هيئه التحقيق في الدعايه العامه في الدمام على حسب ما فهمت منكم. ليه المشوار التعامل مع القطاع الحكومي بشكل اكبر بدل ما انتم تحاولوا انتم تكونوا موجودين؟ ذكرتوا انه تكونوا موجودين في منتديات وفعاليات وكذا.
طيب okay, to be honest we are planning for sure we are planning to يعني نحاول يكون هم our initial customer ويكون التواصل معهم direct يعني word of mouth community interviews, but we have يعني كان عندنا تجربة ناجحة لما عرضنا في UpCode conference in Dubai. We received a lot of requests from governmental entities from different countries, Gulf countries, Oman, Dubai, and so we believe exploiting tech events as well will open doors for us. So inshallah, we will approach investigators in Saudi Arabia or governmental entities here in Saudi Arabia directly, but we will try as well to exploit such events.
ما شاء الله تبارك الله، مره بسرعه. انا احتمال كبير انا برضه زي الاخ عمر ما انتبهت. ذكرت المنافسين حقونك، في احد منافسين في السعوديه؟
السعوديه لا. There are international competitors from China, from Spain and US.
انت ما شاء الله يعني انت ممكن تدخل جوه في السوق، يعني تاخذي حصه بسرعه في السوق في السعوديه، صحيح؟
ان شاء الله يا رب.
الله يوفقك ان شاء الله.
شكرا والمعذره، توقعت ان السرعه كانت مناسبه. شكرا جزيلا.
يعطيك العافيه ساره. برنسس سما.
يعطيكم العافيه جميعا. أنا عندي أول سؤال، إنه هو حيكون طبعاً الفوكس على governmental entities زي ما تفضل الدكتور محمد، وأنتم حاطين البرسنتج حق السيلز والماركتينج إذا ما كنت غلطانة 25%. إذا الفوكس خاصة إنه this is يعني موضوع حساس، it's a software that يعني you can't market it في كل يعني in general. فهل ما تحسي هذه نسبة شوي عالية لأنه الفوكس حيكون على mainly governmental entities?
You are right, but correct me if I'm wrong. We believe that this person will help us. For example, our product is sales intensive, not marketing intensive, because it's a little bit sensitive. But whenever we release a new update, whenever we release a new solution, we have to have a ready team that helps to delegate or cascade the news about the new update, the new software, and so. So for these intended parties, not for everyone.
وبعدين سؤال ثاني، أنتوا لما حكيتوا على competitors قلتي none of them are doing data collection safely. إيش يعني هذه قوة بالنسبة لكم أنتوا. بس what do you mean by إنه data collection safely؟
أوكي. لما الانفستيجيتور يجي ويشبك الجوال على اللابتوب يبدأ يجمع الداتا من الجوال وينزلها على الكمبيوتر. during هذا data collection السوليوشنز الموجودة الآن تستخدم technologies based on the research is not court admissible. فالevidences نفسها يصير فيها مشكوك في صحتها. But we have our own technology, we have our own technique to collect the data while maintaining the data safety. متأكدين الداتا جت صحيحة بدون أي تغيير و admissible in court.
واخر سؤال، انتم الاسم واتساب ديجر، واتساب يعني طبعا هذا ماخذينه من واتساب، فهل حتضطروا ليجلي انه يكون اكيد حيكون لازم تاخذوا الرايتس من واتساب نفسهم؟ وبعدين انت قلتي انه you're gonna expand it's not gonna be focused only on WhatsApp. فاحس انه this is something that you have to think about، انه المسمى نفسه يعني I recommend يعني and this ما حيخلوكم بس مركزين على واتساب نفسه، فحيكون عندكم options ثاني زي ما تفضلتي وقلتي انه حيكون في يعني other social softwares اللي حتكونوا تقدروا تركزوا عليها كمان. So I just have this recommendation يعني كمان.
Thank you very much for the recommendation. I believe because we missed the first part of the presentation, we have this suggested name for our startup to have a
Diggers, okay.
Yeah. And we will provide for every application a new one, but for the WhatsApp legal requirement, this should be explored. Thank you very much for the note.
حلو، يعطيكم العافية، شكرا.
شكرا لك سارة، شكرا لك ديما، يعطيكم ألف عافية. And so we have our last startup for the evening. She has a beautiful story to share, but her interesting fact is she also speaks French, similar to Darine, but not only does she speak it, she also can rap in French. So without any further ado, I would love to introduce Tabibuk.
Thanks, Iman. Let me share. Okay, hi everyone. My name is Dalia Sabban, and this is Tabibuk. Tabibuk is an online patient-doctor appointment booking platform. As a kid, I had chronic pneumonia, and the worst part of having pneumonia actually had nothing to do with the illness and everything to do with how much I hated waiting at the doctor's office. My mom and I used to wait anywhere between 1 to 3 hours at a time for what felt like a 5-minute follow-up conversation with a doctor. The current healthcare experience in Saudi and even the MENA region hasn't changed much since then. It's still very outdated and very obscure. Our goal at Tabibuk is to create a simple and seamless healthcare experience for patients while providing doctors and healthcare practitioners with the management and marketing tools to optimize their schedules and expertise. And how we do this is that we tackle their biggest pain points. So for doctors, our functions and our features in our web app helps them reduce the rate of missed appointments, helps them reduce the rate of unnecessary referrals, helps them gain more online exposure, and basically helps offer them help them offer their patients a better booking experience. And for our patients, we help them find specialists faster. We give them all the information they need about doctors, their availabilities. They can search by area, by insurance carrier, and some of our features such as consultation reason, we help them reduce their long waiting times. We currently have a fully designed prototype. We're working on development and we're looking at launching in 2 more months. This is the market size in Saudi. So we're currently targeting the private sector, and there's around 35,000 physicians. So the total addressable market comes up to 116.6 million riyals per year. And it's a SaaS business model. So it's software as a service where doctors pay a monthly subscription fee of a fixed price, and it's completely free for patients. These are some of the competitors in the market. We have Visita, Maw'id, Cura, Al-Tibbi, and basically what we offer is faster booking, simpler navigation. We integrate with the clinic system. We offer doctor-centric customer service. We have a consultation reason focus, which helps us reduce long waiting times. We offer this service to doctors and healthcare practitioners such as physiotherapists and nurses. We have a feature that helps block patients, and we offer a fixed price model. And our go-to market strategy is to be sales focused for doctors. So going to medical seminars, integrating to the medical community, giving a lot of cold calls, sending a lot of emails. And for patients, it's more marketing focused. So focusing on a digital marketing campaign, print media at clinics, offering or publishing blog content they're interested in, and working on the SEOs. And the team is made up of myself, Dalia Sabban. I'm the CEO and co-founder, and I have a background in computer science. I also have experience working in business development and project management. And my co-founder is my sister, Dr. Dalal Sabban. She is a French board ENT specialist who has used similar solutions before, and she understands the doctor's pain points very well. And our ask is around 1 million reals, where 40% is going to product development, 35% to team, 20% to marketing and sales, and 5% to accounting and administration. And our growth strategy is really to grow and scale the business to the entire MENA region. So help us help you book better experiences. And this is our, you can scan the barcode and visit our website. We haven't launched yet, but it's just a landing page for now. Yeah, thanks.
Thank you so much, Dalia. Ustaza Latifa, can we start with you?
Yes, يعطيك العافية داليا.
Thank you.
Dalia, if you can tell us more about the current traction that you have.
So we haven't launched yet, but we have approached a lot of clinics and a lot of doctors, and we're starting to sign them up so that we can launch with them. So we're looking at launching with a minimum of 50 doctors, and yeah, so we have that number anyways, but we haven't signed anything yet, but we're looking at signing it soon.
All right. My second question, with an assumption, and please correct me if I'm wrong, the health tech is a growing market, yet it's looking like a red ocean to some of the investors. Already pre-existing strong competition that you have. So how are you managing to get a cut of that market, and what is your basically barrier to entry once you launch?
So
Sorry, I'm gonna just throw my third and last question, so you could answer them both together. With regards to the million or the ask, if I can ask more about the deal structure, and are you raising it in convertibles or it's a priced round, and that's it from my side.
Okay, thank you for your questions. So in terms of how are we kind of like trying to stand out, basically we know there's a lot of competition, but no one's really grasped or has a hold on the market yet. And we've noticed, my sister and I, from doing a lot of research, is that they're lacking in a lot of things. No one's really trying to optimize the booking experience. So we have some features that none of these competitors have. We have consultation reasons where a patient has to input their consultation reason or choose from a list and then book the appointment. So we have a lot of features that they haven't been optimized from the other competitors yet. And yeah, and for the second question, I'm not sure how to answer that. But if you want, we can have a meeting offline and try to get into that. But yeah, thank you so much for your questions.
يعطيك العافية.
Dr. Mohammed?
Okay, I'm very impressed about your calm and mashallah, tabarakallah, and your collective state of mind. Bravo. You know, but I beg to differ. And I know personally some hospitals are going aggressively, like as Latifa mentioned, in this field. I would rather, if I would give you some advice and allow me to give you some advice, I would think that you should add something that they cannot do. For example, compare between doctors, special consultants in different healthcare institutions, so that they wouldn't do that. Then they could rate them, for example, or give some patients a satisfaction type of survey, or focus on someone or some segment of the market that has not been tapped, such as polyclinics. But to focus on everyone, and من غير ما اسمع اسماء اعمل يعني اقول الاسماء الموجودين في السوق، بس انا عارف شخصيا انه في الكبار داخلين بقوه. ف I'm not sure this is sustainable. فانا يعني بس انت فهمانه كويس في السوق، حتعلمي، بس ممكن تختصر على وقتك المسافه لو فكرتي في مين تستهدف، عشان تكلمتوا مداخله اكثر من سؤال، فاهم؟ اديك مجال تجاوبي او يو ريبطل what I just stated.
My rebuttal, we are focusing on it. Right now, we're not open for everything. So we're focused on private sector doctors and private sector clinics. And we are looking at offering services maybe the other competitors don't offer, like physiotherapy and having nurses. Some of the competitors offer those, some don't. So that's what we're focusing on initially. But yeah, we'll see how it goes from there, inshallah.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Ustaz Omar?
Yes, so it's a subscription based. Is there
Yeah.
any variable revenue comes from the transactions or anything?
No, it's not commission based, because we looked at some of the competitors that have it basically commission per booking. And we noticed that a lot of doctors, they'll go on the platform for a month, get some new patients, and then they tell the patients to bypass the service and just call their secretary on the phone. So we found that that's not efficient for anyone. So that's why it's a fixed price.
In addition to arranging appointments and these type of things, what are the things that you feel that's core and important?
So really, more than anything for the doctors, it really helps them manage their time. It helps them manage their schedules. It reduces the waiting times for patients, which we also noticed is a very big variable for clinics. That's something that they're dealing with, and they're trying to fix this problem. So that's some of the stuff. There's small features like they can send messages to the patients if they're late, or if they need to cancel for vacations, for days off, all of these things. So we have a lot of different features, but basically it's mostly to optimize their schedules and their time and help them save money.
Anything similar to this in the market that target the same segment? Do you see any other softwares?
Yeah, there's softwares, and globally there's a lot of softwares, but in the MENA region, in Saudi specifically, there's Visita. This is the...
No, Visita is the marketplace, but you are here providing a management tool for the clinic itself.
Yeah, for clinics and doctors.
Yeah, so I think it's not really directly competing with you. Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Unless you want to go and be also a face for the clinic and start selling to them, bringing them leads.
We are
This is not really.
We are selling to the clinics.
So you're bringing patients to them.
Yeah. So we're selling both to clinics and to doctors. Yeah. So it can be a clinic can sign up, or an individual doctor. Yeah.
I see. And how big is the market for such model?
So we're focusing on the private sector right now. So there's around 35,000 physicians.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which includes dentists, but it doesn't include nurses and physiotherapists. So,
yeah. Do you provide a patient file or something like that, or it comes through third parties?
We initially designed it that way, that they can have all the information about the patients and the prescriptions, but we found that that's something the doctors are not, and the clinics are not really interested in. As long as that we have a service that basically integrates to their system, they don't need that.
Yeah, it's a good idea indeed, but the point here is that don't make it a feature war. It's not features. You need just to make sure that it's very useful in terms of the core function that you are trying to provide to clinics, and from there you can expand little by little to other features or other services. But very interesting domain. All the best, inshallah, Dalia.
Thank you so much.
شكرا لك أستاذ عمر. أميرة سما.
يعطيك العافية داليا. أنا I have a few questions. أول سؤال إنه التارجت حقكم patients in general، ولما نركز يعني مثل ما نعرف إنه Saudis usually go to governmental hospitals. So هل أنتوا مركزين على private sectors؟ هل في إمكانية إنه you include governmental hospitals within this app؟
Definitely there is a chance, there is the possibility to do that, but so initially we're not aiming to do that just yet. We want to work with smaller clinics with individual doctors and then see where it goes from there. But definitely there's a possibility, yeah.
And is there like is there like internationally, are there similar apps؟ يعني أنا إنه like لأنه هنا عندنا في المملكة في MENA region I don't think we have something similar. But internationally, are there apps that are similar?
Yeah, there's ZocDoc in the US, there's Dr. Lieb in France and Germany, and there are unicorns, and then there's Practo as well in Asia. So there's a lot actually.
And how are they doing يعني compared to what you are looking into having هنا in Saudi?
Very well, they're all unicorns. I'm not saying like, yeah, but they're very, very successful. There have been other companies that weren't successful because for different reasons they failed, but those companies they have the biggest share of their markets.
And do you think by any chance يعني one day حيكون إنه there's something that's going on between you a company and وزارة الصحة or like for like I don't know يعني بس إنه because I think إنه you covered up a lot of things that they can rely on you if هذه الأشياء I don't know if you agree with me في هذا الشيء.
I didn't understand. What do you mean?
No, like I mean, and that what in your application you're covering up a lot of things that other applications are not. So this would attract وزارة الصحة to have something. Yeah. So I just wanted to know how إذا جتكم أنتوا الفرصة, how are you gonna get attract وزارة الصحة إنه to help you out or be like have a partnership بينكم يعني. And I think it's really important, especially nowadays with all of these problems that are happening. It's an advantage for you guys.
Yeah, definitely. If we could work with or partner up with وزارة الصحة, that would be incredible. It would give us it would give us access to all the doctors, especially in the public health sector.
And how would you attract them as a وزارة يعني compared to other companies?
I think we would sell it the same way of this is really we're working, our product isn't just okay, we're building something, let's sell it to the doctors. We're working with the doctors to make sure that we're providing a service that is genuinely needed and that's genuinely not offered, which is why my presentation was a bit focused on features because I'm working so much on features with them. But yeah, it's definitely that we want to bring a service. We're not trying, it's not profit driven company, it's really solution driven. So that's really what we want to do is I think that's how we would attract them.
And the IT part is all done by you, or do you have like a different entity that's working with you guys on this?
No, I'm working with a person, a company, and they're doing that. But yeah.
And يعني with time تتوقع إنه they're going to be a part of this company instead of relying on like a different entity to be a part of the IT?
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, definitely. That's what we want to do, have build an in-house team. Yeah.
يعطيك العافية. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you to our judges. We're not quite done yet. I do want to make sure we engage our amazing virtual audience with a poll question. So you have now, and judges, feel free to be part of it. We have a poll question. We wanted to ask everyone what was their favorite startup. This kind of just gives feedback to our current startups on their pitches, their favorability, their likability, their ability to convey their messaging to the greater public. So if everyone can go ahead and put their votes in, I'm going to give everyone around 30 seconds to just go ahead and click. Hopefully everyone remembers the startups that presented in this huge market was the marketplace, Restart, the nutrition consulting application, Tabeebook, who just presented, Spot app, which was focused around restaurants, and of course, WhatsApp Digger, focusing now on WhatsApp software solution and forensic crimes. Okay, I think hopefully everyone has put in a response. I'm just going to do a quick countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's see the results. Okay, interesting. So there's quite a bit of a tie. I see Spot app is very favored. Nasij Market is very favored. WhatsApp Digger as well. Tabeebook and then Restart. So this is really just a fun exercise to put into perspective what the general audience felt as well. I think this is very interesting. So now we come to the end of the event. I would personally like to thank all our amazing judges that took part. شكرا عمر المجدوعي، شكرا لميرا سما، شكرا لطيفة بنصر، شكرا الدكتور محمد فتاحي. يعطيكم ألف عافية. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We enjoyed it tremendously. I'm sure our startups really benefited from all the feedback that you guys gave. Thank you for the amazing startups for putting up with the Blossom Accelerator team for the last 5 weeks and all the intensive mentorship session. Again, if anyone is interested in these opportunities, you should have the investor booklet. If you do not, we are happy to provide you any additional information or the booklet if you have not received it. Just email us directly at info@blossom.sa. And as a final word, I again must thank Munshaat as our strategic partner, Uqal, our community partner, Female Founders School, which supplied the curriculum and content for this accelerator, and then we localized it. And of course, to Noornof, our official sponsor that have continuously supported us throughout the years. Thank you for everyone who's watching. And now maybe everyone we were ending a little early. I wish everyone to have a great evening. And for any entrepreneur watching, you can apply right now to our next female-focused accelerator program that's going to be taking place and starting on February 28th. We hope to see your applications. Thank you everyone. يعطيكم ألف عافية. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. Thank you so much.
وعليكم السلام، يعطيكم ألف عافية.